Hey guys, okay, so I am here today to do my June 2016 book haul. So previously I had been doing kind of like seasonal book hauls because I wasn't really planning on purchasing that much, but now I have a regular job, so it's my money. I've kind of, before I was trying to do like for every four books that I read, I was allowed to buy one. Now I'm just giving myself like a set budget per month to buy books. And since I work at a bookstore, sometimes I have kind of a good discount and da da. So, uh, there's a lot of books basically, is what I'm trying to say. Um, so some of these books I actually acquired last month. I did my book haul for spring a little prematurely because I was like, I'm not going to get any more books. And then I went on a trip, and whenever I go on trips, I buy books. So I'm actually going to start with a few free books that I got. The first one is Scouting for the Reaper. This is stories by Jacob M. Apple. And I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. I actually had previously won Phoning Home, which is an essay collection by the same author, and I saw that they were doing a giveaway for another one of his books, and I, you know, went and I tried to win it, and I did win it because I really, really, really enjoyed this. So I'm stoked that I got this. It's stories, so I'm assuming it's short stories and not an essay collection, although it doesn't seem like they have. Yeah, okay, so there's 8 short stories in here, and I'm really excited to read this. The next two are arcs that I picked up at work. The first one is Now You See Him, a novel by Ellie Gottlieb. Gottlieb. And this came out in February of 2008. I don't know what it was doing on the arc shelf, but I have received a couple of his books in Powell's Indispensable boxes, and so I haven't read him yet, but I'm just assuming that I'm going to like him, so I picked this one up. And then I also got Fall of Poppies, which is Stories of Love and the Great War. So this is kind of multiple authors. I saw Jenny from Jenny King talk about this, and so I recognized it, and I was like, oh, that sounds great. And this came out in March, so this is out already as well. Then next, I met Nicole from Dorka Brain, which I mentioned previously. And so we met on Mississippi Avenue, which is like a great street over here in Portland. And we went to Bridge City Comics. And I was looking for either Lock and Key Volume 2 or Buffy Season 8 Volume 1, but they didn't have either of those. But I was like, I have to buy something because me and Nicole are hanging out together. So I got Witches Volume 1. I'm really excited. I guess this is like, there's probably going to be more volumes, but I think the lady that worked at the comic book shop said that it's kind of like a self-contained thing. So I think it's kind of Monster of the Weeky in terms of X-Files and not like overarching plotline, if that makes sense. At least I'm hoping, so that I don't feel like the need to go buy the next issue as soon as it comes out. I'm really excited. You've probably already seen artwork for this because I feel like a bunch of people have talked about it, but I'm really excited. And then I went on a family like gathering type trip to Washington, D.C. And I went to 2 bookstores while I was there. The first one I went to was, well, I went to Busboys and Poets, and I went to Busboys and Poets, and they sell books at the front of the store, and so I bought a book there, and then I tried to go to Politics and Prose, and it turns out, like when I put it in my maps, it took me to Busboys and Poets. So Busboys and Poets actually sells like politics and prose books, so I guess they have like a thing together. I'm not sure, but anyways, so I did what I do, and I asked the bookseller for recommendation. I tried to ask for something that was non-US, but the ones that she was recommending to me are authors that I know exist already, and I wanted something that I've never heard of. So she recommended this to me, James Salter Light Years, who is, I believe, an American author. So, I tried. I also got, oh, I forgot I got this sticker. I'm going to put this on the inside of my book. So yeah, I have no idea what this is about. I never heard of it before. So I was like, okay, sounds good to me. Heyo. And then I went to another bookstore. Oh, I forgot what the name of that one was. I went to the Potter's House bookstore, which is in like the U District, I'm pretty sure, in DC. It's on Columbia Road, in case you're wondering. It was really, really cool. And so I got a coffee, might have got a snack, I'm not sure, because it's like a coffee house, and then they sell books, and I asked for a recommendation, and the lovely lady recommended to me Bloodchild by Octavia Butler. I also think that Octavia Butler is a U.S. author, but I was like, you know what, hey, I've been really, really wanting to read Octavia Butler, and you recommended it to me, so I'm going to do it. And this is short stories, so I feel like I've got quite a bunch of short stories. But anyways, yeah, so I'm really, really, really excited that I have this now. And then I went on another trip, kind of. Jake's sister lives in Seattle. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but his parents flew in to meet her, so we kind of met in between. I forget, I don't know if I have the name. I don't have it, but I'm pretty sure it's in Chehalis, and the bookstore is called Books and Brushes, so it's like a paint bookshop, like a art supply and bookshop, and on the outside they had books for 25 cents each, and I saw these two bad boys there, so I was like, why not? And I guess it's Shark Week right now. I don't really know what's happening, but yeah, so I got Jaws, and then I got Jaws 2, and it's really funny because on this it says based on the screenplay inspired by Jaws, so I guess Jaws came out based on the book, and then they made a Jaws 2, and then they made a book for Jaws 2 after the movie came out already, so, you know, why not, basically. And then I also got Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, who is another U.S. author. I'm bad. Sorry. This is why I only read U.S. authors, because I only buy U.S. authors. But I really want to read this. And I love this edition, too. It's very floppy. And then I got a job. So I bought some books because I have, like, you know, my book budget, which is $50. You don't really need to know that. But so I had money, and it's towards the end of the month, and I was like, I'm just going to get some books. So the first one that I got is Let's Pretend This Never Happened, a mostly true memoir by Jenny Lawson. This is my book club pick, so that is why I got this one. And then I also got LMNOP by Mark Dunn, which I feel like a lot of people have talked about on BookTube, and it sounds super interesting, and I really can't wait to read this. Oh my gosh, so excited. I also got March Book 2. I read March Book 1 a while ago. I don't know if I've showed this before because I had it for a little bit, but I haven't paid. Anyways, it's a signed copy, so I am really, really, really excited because it's a signed copy. John Lewis signed it. The signature is right there. So I had to snag that. I need to read this probably ASAP. I also got African American Poetry, an anthology, 1773 to 1927, edited by Joan R. Sherman. Yemeni from the Skeptical Reader. I think she read this during Black History Month. I'm not 100% positive, but she read this, and it sounded intriguing, and it cost me 75 cents because it's, you know, it's a tiny little baby book. But I'm really excited. I'm not a huge poetry person, so I probably won't get to this soon. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a huge poetry person, but I was like, oh, it's there. I'll go for it. I probably sound super fickle with my book purchases, but I got a job and I had to celebrate. And then the next book that I have is The Shell Collector by Anthony Doerr, also a short story collection. This is so weird. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. This was actually, I think, a book club that I was going to join was going to read this, and so I picked it up. But now, I don't know about that anymore. But I really, really liked All the Light You Cannot See, so I do want to read more of his work. And then, so I only had $5 left after all of that. And so I decided, well, I went to a library and they had like some books for sale. And I saw a J. California Cooper book. So I was like, hey, snagging that. Some Love, Some Pain, Some Time. I have heard definitely many people talk about, I mean, I feel like at least Danielle from Danny, and Denise D. Cooper, pretty sure. I don't know. Basically, this author's name is ingrained in my brain because of BookTube, and so I was like, I'm going to get it. So I did. And then they also I only had $3 left, and I was like, so I found a book, and that is Orange is the New Black, My Year in a Woman's Prison, a memoir by Piper Kerman, and you probably know all about this too. I have only watched the first 2 seasons, and I really would like to watch seasons 3 and 4 soon, but I'm not really spending a lot of time watching television, and I figured I might as well read the actual memoir that the show is based on. I've been wanting to pick this up for a while, but it wasn't like super high priority, but for $3, I can do it. So yeah, those are the books that I got in June. So I'm probably gonna be going back to doing monthly book hauls, because why not? Although I am gonna move soon. That's okay. I'll get boxes for them. Okay. Hope everyone's having a great day. Bye.